Dear viewers, welcome back to Yoleno TV. Today, I would like us to go straight into this perceived nomination list saga. Most Kenyans have poked holes into William Samoei Ruto's CS nomination list, and most of those people that have been attacked over corruption allegation, over the fact that they are not suitable for these positions. One of them is Aisha Jumwa. The second one is the former senator for Meru, Mithika Linturi. So, but our main focus is on Aisha Jumwa, because after listening to what Kalonzo Musyoka said in her press statement yesterday, I saw somewhere or heard about the request from Azimio that all Azimio MPs should boycott, or rather should not vote for Aisha Jumwa. So Kalonzo Musyoka said that if Aisha Jumwa is approved by the parliament, then that will be the joke of a century. Soon after William Samoei Ruto nominated Aisha Jumwa for that slot, the slot for CS for public service, the residents of Kilifi were so happy, and in particularly the Malindi residents, because you remember Aisha Jumwa before was the MP for Malindi constituency, was a Malindi MP, and before that Aisha Jumwa was a women rep, and in both of those two positions he secured them under ODM ticket. But of course, you also understand that Aisha Jumwa fell out with ODM soon after his election into that Malindi constituency seat, when she decided to go against the party's expectations or the party's directive. So that is the reason where Aisha Jumwa now started falling out with the ODM brigades. But there is something about this nomination that, if well adhered to, then I think Aisha Jumwa's nomination might not be, approval of that nomination might not be successful. And one of the things that we find very interesting is the chapter 6 of the Constitution that talks about leadership and integrity. And this is what chapter 6 talks about, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to read to you what chapter 6 says in regards to leadership and integrity. So this is what chapter 6 talks about, that's in regards to leadership and integrity. And by the way, it is the law established to implement the requirements of leadership and integrity. That is now chapter 6. And chapter 6 is to make sure that the public state and officers respect values, principles, and requirements of the Constitution. So why is Aisha Jumwa perceived not to be suitable as far as chapter 6 of the Constitution is concerned? It is very simple. But before we delve into the analysis of why we think chapter 6 could be a biggest impediment into Aisha Jumwa's successful approval of that CS position, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Now, I started off by saying that Aisha Jumwa was, until 2017, a die-hard supporter of ODM after having twice been elected under that party ticket. But then the intrigue of it all is that Aisha Jumwa decided to decamp ODM, but still remained as an MP for Malindi under that ODM ticket. But she was reading from the same script, not on the same page with the ODM brigades. So troubles of Aisha Jumwa started after that support, after he has her shifting of allegiance to William Samoei Ruto. So, soon after that move in August 2019, there was an order from the DPP that Aisha Jumwa be reprimanded or apprehended over graft claims. I remember that time, if you were very keen, Aisha Jumwa disappeared from the public, and I think there was a manhunt for her so that she could be arrested over the same graft allegations. So that is one of the first thing, and this case has never ended. It's still, I think the case is still in court. So one of the reason why Kalonzo Musyoka feels that Aisha Jumwa does not meet that chapter 6 threshold is this graft allegation. Now, the second reason why Kalonzo Musyoka felt that Aisha Jumwa doesn't meet that chapter 6 threshold is this murder case. In the year 2019 October, at a by-election campaign in Ganda Ward, Jumwa was involved in a tussle that saw one of those ODM supporters get shot and consequently died as a result of the gunshots. So this was again leveled against Aisha Jumwa because the turmoil was caused by Aisha Jumwa. It is okay if you remember what Aisha Jumwa said in her defense. She said that she noticed that ODM were holding an illegal meeting after the campaign period had elapsed. So that was the reason why Aisha Jumwa had to rush to that place and cause that turmoil, and that turmoil led to a shooting of one of the ODM supporters, and this ODM supporter passed on as a result of this gunwound. So this problem or the mistake was leveled against Aisha Jumwa, because if she hadn't gone to that place, then none of that would have happened. And if she felt that whatever was happening was against the law, then the best thing that she should have done was to alert the police and let the police take action against that illegal meeting. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be keeping an eye on this development when Parliament decides to, confirm the list of the nominees. And one thing for sure is that Parliament will definitely approve that list because of the numerical strength in Parliament. The Speaker is allied to the Kenya Kwanza. The Speaker is not independent. So we don't expect, something different from the Speaker. We expect the Speaker to just conform to what William Samoei Ruto is saying, because we've known that there is the capture, the trend of the church capture, Parliament capture, judicial capture. That is the trend that is going on. So we don't expect much from the Parliament. We expect the Parliament to literally confirm this list the way it is. So the strong opposition from the list, we don't expect any strong opposition, because as much as the former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka says that Azimio MPs should not vote for Aisha Jumwa, but if what we saw in Kingi's election, then I think we are likely to see people voting for Aisha Jumwa, people from the Azimio One Kenya lands, because Aisha Jumwa comes from the coast, and the coast people would like to see more cabinet secretaries from their end. Then I read somewhere, even that the former senator for Meru, Lentika Nturi, does not also qualify to be a CS, but that is also subject to what the Parliament will the decision that the Parliament will take. And again, we don't expect any strong opposition on that case too, because it's a Kenya Kwanza affairs, and the numerical strength will play out in this approval process. But one thing for sure is that Senator Lentika Nturi, the former senator, has a case pending in court, a matrimonial case, and a case involving a certain dirty video that was communicated previously. We don't want to get into those analysis of that case because the case is already in court. But what we were saying is that chapter 6 of the Constitution that talks about leadership and integrity, these two people do not qualify for that chapter 6 threshold. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to rest my case there, but as usual, I always like to encourage first-time viewers or regular viewer to subscribe to our channel. And once again, I would like to urge you to give us your comment, what you think about this Chapter 6 Constitution and the two nominees of the cabinet positions. Do you think they qualify? You can share what your thoughts are below the comment section there, and I promise to go through each and every comment and I will respond to each and every comment. But until we meet again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we meet again for more analysis. Kwaheri sana.